You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such a laudable, laughable honesty. Kay! You let Kay go right now, pal! You despicable! Let go of me, you filthy! You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I am the real Yatagarasu. But it's impossible! My father was one great little thief! Hey, Edgeworth! The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know where that is? What has 3 legs? No, it can't be. Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Burn Faraday nor Kalisu Yu. By the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu. How very perceptive of you. No way! A single person known as a great thief Yatagarasu never existed. Mr. Edgeworth! I refuse to believe this. The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of client operations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. A good prosecutor would be well versed in the ways of a criminal. And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever. Detective Bat! It was only natural for Yatagarasu never to leave evidence behind. Oh, hello there! Hello there, Mina! It's a party of Mina! Welcome, everyone! And yeah, the stupid glitch screen, I am so sad that we don't get to see Bat being all badass behind there. Because the lead detective of the case hid it all away. Alright, now it's a party, yes. So, you're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu. Ah, food break. Wait, are you streaming later afterwards, Mina? Oh wow, you're really going at it today. But welcome everyone! I hope to keep you all entertained until Mina goes back online. You. I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 young years, but I finally got you. Rhymes are bad. Long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. If you were such a great team, why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why indeed? It's nothing personal, really. He was just a little person that I had to kill. How can you say that? I grow weary of this, and it's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time I won't miss. Stop! You! Kay! It's over, Shinna. Your legs! A good leg. You idiot, what you thinking? Jumping in front of my gun like that. What are you risking your life for? I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past you may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. And as long as she is, I can't allow any harm come to her, not even from you. You really are an idiot, you know that? Ha! That's fine with me. You should know that by now that that's just how I am. Hey, sis? Yes? I want you to conduct a full body search. Shit, I might have another weapon here. Alright. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please. Sir! Hey, I found something. What's this? It looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. This is a great find, Detective. Huh? It is, sir? Let's try pairing this blade with this handle. Take that! I believe this blade actually belongs to the handle. That was the murder weapon. Hey! They fit together perfectly. This blade was been from when the crime scene was... when the knife handles were switched. Sheesh. I'm going to turn this bubbler's knife now. Alright, I trust that you'll make sure this returned to Ambassador Palladino. And... so we have nailed certain things, so let's see where it goes. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto, you. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Koshin's murder. Which means that you also must be Mr. Koshin's killer. You killed Mr. Koshin with the alabaster knife, switched the handles and took the original blade of the Ablaze knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about something to sum it up? You craft an engaging tale, Mr. Edgeworth, but there are a few problems with it. Problems? In what respect? Why do you think my real reason was allowing him to chase me? Oh! Hey, Red! Thank you very much for 4 months in a row. How are you this evening? How are you doing now? Hope you're not too bored. I know I'm not mine now and presenting with wonderful Zelda, but hey, visual novels. Working? Working now? It's 8:15. It's 7:15 for you. It was also I could capture Kay Faraday. What? When I saw you using that divided gate for the land, I knew right away that you were Brian Faraday's daughter. Oh, I see. That's a pretty hefty shift. I became curious, so I researched a little bit into your background. That's how I found out that you were the one on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So, that's why you tried to pin Mr. Koshin's murder on me. Yes, I knew you would show up at the embassy tonight, so I thought I could use you. But pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. You had another? Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I planned to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu. You were going to take Little Thief away from me? 7 years ago, it was all thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have, and I had a tough time recovering that precious key. Then, the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key was Mr. Faraday. You. That incident was 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it? In the act of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It was an especially pleasant assignment. Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu? Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. From the very beginning? What's that supposed to mean? The person I take orders from hasn't changed. Even now. To this day. Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Koshin? Then, the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings. Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight, do you understand, Shinra? Yes, I guess I should tell you. Then, that I was the one who set the Bubbly's embassy on fire. And why did you do that? I suppose it was to destroy all the evidence of the counterfeit bills. That was what the smuggler was trying to do? Well then why did you start two fires? Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation after all. I've had my fun. Now, it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait! Miss Shina! Yes? When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet. Oh! Magical. Hey! Hello! Thank you for the subscription there, Akana. I hope you will enjoy your time here with us. You didn't have to, but thank you. Okay, let's see. We're almost got the big reveal for this, the big twist here. So let's go. Oh, what about them? They're such pretty hair sticks, so I thought, well, that I should return. Oh no. Is that why you got it? I mean... Akana. Well, I don't blame you. The emote is good. The emote is good. Kaimo does good work. Oh. Oh. They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought I should return them. Well, that I should return them to you. You can have them. They're no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot, Edgeworth. About the second problem I have with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight. What? I was saying that as a sore loser, think of it as a hint, if you will. Mr. Prosecutor? Yes, Sergeant Lang? Mark my words, I'm not done here and I'll be back. Is this a theme now? Every time this lewd emote is shown, Tenno kisses me. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see if she continues. And it's nothing to do with duty or anything, because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. Just testing things. It's finally over, Kay. I feel like I peered into her heart, like you know. And it's so cold and dark and incredibly lonely. The person was giving her all of these commands. The one who thought my father was a problem to be removed. That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling. Miss Edgeworth, can I ask a favor of you? Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the one they were selling for the Jam Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome. I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck to the end of these sticks. Oh! I guess it's that time already, huh? So, it's midnight, the dawn of another day. Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. You really done a lot for everyone all these years. Detective Bad, don't tell me today's the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. It was down to the wire and we almost didn't make it, but we did it. We solved everything. But that's just it. We haven't solved everything just yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring that you, Yatagarasu, were chasing after, the legend of that Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier was brilliant. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad, that you were also part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to your earlier K, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad! Hey, don't take it so seriously. It was always a big joke, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Oh, come on, sir. She's just janking my chain now, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth? Detective Bad. Wait, no. You're no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Here. I should give these back to you. These are the pages from my KG8 case files that the Yatagarasu stole from my office. Huh? Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for that last night. So, the Yatagarasu stole into my room was you, was it? Wait, then that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir. It's true. Even if it's something you don't want to hear. The KG8 incident was very emotionally trying case. Yeah, the Gunch is having some issues. We stood in that courtroom. Faraday as the prosecutor and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in that case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized that there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do it so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed Yatagarasu and vowed to bring light to any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano group. With Amano's conglomerate, we call ourselves the Yatagarasu and flex our collective muscle. We expose all sort of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at that moment when we find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart, and Faraday, he died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim of the KG8 incident? After Faraday's death, I looked into her past, and that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident sees you. She never had a sister. What? Then that means Shina wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto Yu was also another pseudonym. From the very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. Yeah, that's some pretty heavy undercover. That's some deep cover shit. Being a defense attorney for a while and stuff like that, and after that being Interpol agent, that's some serious deep cover. Anyway, let's turn to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file, please use it wisely. Trump card. With that photo we stuck on there, try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago. It's a mark of the Yatagarasu, but why? This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. This was something Koshin had on him at the time of the incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incidents, Miss CCU. But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu? The reason why we call ourselves Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark on it the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze. So, you mean that the cards were written in Babali's ink? The fact that the card Koshin was sent made it into Carly's hand at all. It's nothing sort of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police. So that's what those white cards are. The great thief used that mark that only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader that we were only a few steps behind. And one more thing. Detective Gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you. What is it, sir? This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KGA incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence. But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano, and he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was finally, after the other day's kidnapping case. Yep, it's all tied together. This video this is the same video as the one Mr. Portsmouth was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, it was seen that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amon was preparing to take on the boss someday, and the video was his insurance. That's where the prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence. Then, that card was not the calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directive card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsmouth. The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them. The evidence Mr. Portsmouth thought to withhold from me. And the person you stole, the one you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is, whether you use them or not, is up to you. but they will be the one to help you when you take on someone who is above the law. Is the boss of one of those who can be brought to court in this affair I spoke of? Detective Bad. There's no limit to the law, for it's the people who determine the limits to them. You still insist that even now? You really are something else. I'll leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the remaining member of the Yatagarasu. Bobs! Don't ever lose your detective spirit. Bobs! Why is this happening? This isn't justice! Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now, let's go. Okay, Red, see you soon. Yes, sir! Is this really the end of a legend? Of course, we are not finished yet. So, now we know who the Yatagarasu really was, and yet there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved. Like how the weapons crossed the country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to smuggle them in. Smuggle them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before we do, I'd like to go through my... just clean up the evidence that we don't need. Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now we can see what's on the tape Detective Bad gave us. This piece of evidence from the KG-8 incident, hidden for some side 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us. Sure thing, sir. This man is Kochen, and he's holding a knife in his hand. And this looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building. An apartment building? How do you figure that? Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG-8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment. So, this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment. At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed. However, no one could find it. Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Ernest Amado. I can see how this would have been a definitive piece, and why someone would want to hide it. But it's a piece of evidence from this 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir. Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader. Where? Where? Wait, what was that? Oh? That bit you played just now, please show it to me again. This car. This is something we cannot overlook. Why is that, sir? Look here, Detective Gumshoe. It's fucked, yes, but it's not fucked up enough that we can't see what's going on here. At least not the important tidbits. Take that! This is the national flag of the Principality of Caphodia. And because it has a national flag on it, we know this to be a